Back now at 8:10 with an incredible story about a mother who revived her newborn son after being told that he would not make it. Well, the family is here this morning for an exclusive interview. But first, today, national correspondent Amy Robach has their remarkable story. Amy, good morning.
And good morning to you. Doctors told Kate and David Ogg of Sydney, Australia, their baby boy was dead. But what happened was next was nothing short of a medical miracle.
The birth of a baby, one of life's happiest moments. But for Kate and David Ogg, their elation came to a screeching halt after one of their twins, baby Jamie, born premature at 27 weeks, was pronounced clinically dead. Doctors told her,
I said, Jamie didn't make it, we've lost him.
The nurse handed the baby's limp body to his parents to say goodbye. But instead, the mother talked to her newborn when she could have been mourning him. This footage taken by her midwife. Jamie lay on his mother skin to skin for 2 hours. She cuddled him and stroked him and said, "Your twin sister Emily is fine."
He started gasping more and more regularly. I'm like, oh my God, what's going on?
She says the doctors told her not to get her hopes up. It's just a reflex. He can't be alive.
Then a short time later, he opened his eyes.
Kate put breast milk on her finger, held it at Jamie's lips, and he started sucking. Her doctors were in shock.
He just kept shaking his head and moving it around. I don't believe it. I don't believe it.
A medical miracle. Baby Jamie came back to life before their eyes.
Luckily, I've got a very smart, very strong wife who instinctively did what she did. If she hadn't have done that, I believe that Jamie probably wouldn't be here. And it's inspiring for a lot of people.
Magic in a mother's touch. Even doctors say there's something to it.
Isn't it interesting that the body, the mother's warmth, the effort that she'd had up to that period of time was passing through to the child? That's pretty amazing.
Jamie and his twin sister Emily are now 5 months old and happily living at their home in Sydney, Australia.
We were lucky.
Yeah.
We feel so fortunate.
So lucky.
We're like the luckiest people in the world.
A mother's touch, specifically holding a premature baby to her skin, is referred to in Australia as kangaroo care. It has helped premature babies feed and keep themselves warm, but this takes it to a whole new level. One blogger said it best, "It just goes to show you how a mother's love trumps all the known measurable science." Anne.
All right, thanks a lot, Amy. And we're lucky to have Kate and David Ogg here with us this morning, along with their twins, Emily, and their miracle baby, Jamie. Good morning to all of you.
Good morning.
Kate, I've got to ask you, at that moment, after giving birth, after being told this devastating news, what made you react as you did?
I'd carried him inside me for only 6 months, not long enough. But I wanted to meet him, you know, and to hold him and for him to know us as well. If he was on his way out of the world, we wanted for him to know who his parents were and to know that we loved him before he died.
So you were loving him?
Yeah.
And talking to him?
Yep. And telling him his name and his sister and how she was doing and all the things we wanted to do with him as he grew up. Trying to entice him to stay with us.
We didn't want to let him go.
You did.
And you did?
Yeah.
Had you known about kangaroo care, this idea, before?
Yeah. I'd read about it a few years back, about a woman having a premature baby and your body kind of acting as an incubator to keep them warm, and you know, they come out of you and all of a sudden there isn't the warmth or the smell of their mother or the sound of their heartbeat. And so putting him back on my chest was as close as he could have been to being inside me, where he was last safe, you know.
Over the course of those 2 hours, you were hoping that he would come back to life? Or had you given up?
We'd resigned ourselves to the fact that we were going to lose him, and we were just trying to make the most of those last precious moments.
I guess we thought it might have only been an extra 1 or 2 minutes we had with him at the time. It ended up extending to over 2 hours, which we're very fortunate. And then it's still going on, so we felt extremely lucky.
You even, it looks like, took off your shirt, David.
I did. Kate turned to me and said, "Rip your shirt off. Let's surround him with love and body heat," and that's what we did. We just wanted to give him as much warmth as we could.
And feel us and smell us.
You talked about in the tape hearing him start to gasp. The doctor said this is just a reaction.
Yeah.
This is not anything more than his body just sort of reacting.
Yep.
When he opened his eyes, what was the emotion? What was the thought that you had?
I think half of us was saying, what if he actually makes it? If he does, this will just be a miracle. The other half is saying, no, he's been declared dead. This is, you know, it's purely reflex. You know.
And so then we thought, what a blessing, we get to see his eyes before he passes away.
Yeah.
And then they stayed open.
Yeah. And he was lifting his head and
Yeah.
he was grabbing my finger.
Yeah.
It was amazing. Yeah.
And you have tears now just even thinking about it.
Yeah.
Because it was something that you never, at that moment, after 2 hours,
Yeah.
thought would happen.
Yeah.
And you must have had to call the doctor in at that point?
Yeah, well, he started making his first movements just 5 minutes after he'd been handed to us. But the movements were just getting stronger and stronger, and after 2 hours we thought, he's getting stronger, he's not dead. Eventually we fibbed to the doctor and said, because he wouldn't come back. We kept saying, you know, he's doing things dead babies don't do. You might want to come and see this. And
refused to believe that he was actually still alive.
So David said, go and tell him we've come to terms with the baby's death. Can he just come and explain it? And that made him come back.
Well, they look beautiful, both of them, Emily and Jamie. Thank you so much, both of you, for sharing your story. I'm sure it's inspired a lot of people this
Thanks
morning.
very much.
We're back right after this.